I have a brand that does $1 million a year, and that's a really impressive thing to say. But I got really challenged by watching this video because I realized there's a massive disconnect between my own mindset and Alex Hormozi's mindset. And I think that this is an incredibly valuable little clip from this segment of this video, where basically this guy faked his way into this room, in terms of like, this is for millionaires, let's say, and pretty much everyone in this room has about $1 million in profit from their brand. And I just think that it's worthwhile kind of putting yourself in this guy's position if you have a similar situation where you've had some success, but really it's not the kind of success that top operators like the people in this room and Alex are kind of looking for. So anyway, let's have a listen, and I'll take it back to kind of where he's beginning.
Side of it being tough, that's why there's so much leverage with that.
Sorry, here we go.
So that it is not solely me.
What is that, by the way? What do you sell?
It's a paid advertising agency for cannabis.
For cannabis? Okay, got it. Okay. Tough.
Yeah. But that, on the flip side of it being tough, that's why there's so much leverage with that.
Okay.
There's a ton.
So what's the issue? What's the problem?
Me.
Well, yeah, sure. It's always you. But like, what's the business problem? Like, is it not because you're like, I need to make all this money? But like, are you not profitable? Are you
It
like,
is
what's
profitable. However, it's just not went on long enough for the profit to just exist in a lump sum enough to be able to like pay for people. Because
I actually don't know what that means.
I've been actively doing this for like 4 months.
Okay.
So it's like I've brought money in,
Okay.
but
To do
I've
what?
never had payroll, never done any of that, never hired anybody. It's all those soft skills and just having and working through the anxiety of getting through that first hire.
What's revenue right now?
Revenue's 600K.
Okay. Okay, got it.
However,
Okay.
that is the literal metric, but I collect ad spend for that. So actual profit would be like 100K a year.
Okay. Yeah. So so you got to sit in this room and have some different conversations. I'm going to be super direct with you. You don't need to worry about anything you just said.
Yeah.
Like, you have 90K a year that you have to work with. You have no room to hire people. You either need to fix your model, because if I'm guessing you're working all the hours of the day to make the 90K.
Yeah.
Right. Which means the model's broken. So you can't hire more people because you, the most valuable employee in the business, like the founder is always going to be the most valuable person in business, especially day one when there's no one else. So you need to get to a point where like you should be able to make way more than what you need so that you have room to hire other people who can help you. And so right now, you don't have a people problem, you have a model problem, which means the way that you're charging or billing the cannabis people, you're either offering too much for them. Well, it's really, you're offering too much for too little. Fundamentally, that's what it is. Because either you need to be working way less to be making the money you are, and be like, shoot, I could take 10 times the customers, I just need more customers. Or you should be charging way more for where you're at and be like, okay, well, I'm making 10 times more than I am right now, and now I can go afford people. That's it. So either you need to work on how you do delivery to make it 10 times more efficient, or make it so that how much you make 10 times more per customer for what you're doing. It's by about a factor of 10. Like, I think if you came in and you're like, we're doing about 900,000 a year and it's just me, I'd be like, okay, cool, let's start hiring some people. That makes sense.
I get it. It's just, I didn't know that the question was.
Oh, you're fine, dude. No. Dude, you're good. You're good. I'm trying to help you where you're at. You get what I'm saying, though? Forget about that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you should either 10x the price that you're charging for what you're currently doing, or make how you deliver what you're doing 10 times more efficient.
I don't know about you guys, but after I watch that and just like think about how bad it would feel to basically be like shown to be like phony and shown to be like just not one of the guys at this table, it's just such a brutal feeling. And like, it's kind of like being given this like badge of like, congrats, you're here, you're at the table, you're in the room, and then just being like, having that ripped away kind of shows you that like, oh, if you want that, Alex is helping him like see, hey, you need to take massive action. Like, what you have right now, you're not allowed to be content with that. You're not allowed to be content with that if you seriously want a big business and like to see growth. And I just think that's kind of insane. And it makes me realize that I need to take massive action because I'm in a very similar position. Like, we've grown this brand. It did $1 million in revenue last year, but all these different costs, I'll pull it up, all these different costs increased. Like, our marketing got 2 to 3% less efficient. Our fulfillment got 2 to 3% less efficient. Our cost of goods got maybe 1.4% less efficient. And we tried to hire. So we tried to hire mostly freelancers and contractors, but when I look back at our operational expenses, we spent 126 grand on operational expenses. So that's 10 grand a month on someone to do some job. And our revenue did increase. But we didn't have the leverage that Alex is talking about in this clip. Alex is talking about 900K profit before hiring and saying, yeah, of course, now it makes sense to hire because you obviously have something that if you pour work, effort into, like the fundamental model, if you pour effort into the model, you are confident you'll get a return. Whereas in my case and in this guy's case, this is the best business we have seen. Our experience in the past is like, we've never seen leverage this good. So we're thinking, okay, great. If it's working that I'm putting my efforts in and then I'm getting a return out, of course I should get this person and this person and this person and this person and to come in and put their efforts in so that I can get a return out. But like, it's just refreshing to see Alex from a high point of like a deep understanding of business saying it's not even worth thinking about any of the problems that this guy's talking about. You know, he's saying I need to shift this. My main problem is I need to have people in these positions. But like, Alex is like, no, it's none of that, and it's not even close to being any of those problems. You need to work on the model and make sure that the model makes way more sense than it currently does. And then it's going to be an absolute no-brainer to bring people in. So anyway, I wanted to share this. I know that it was mostly just like saying, here's Alex Hormozi content. But I figured if it gets out to people like me, then it'd be worthwhile. So I hope you enjoyed.